Hey everybody, this is Bev Gray. Today I was playing with the story card die plus some of the other card dies that are in that collection, and I just wanted to show you a few things you can do with that collection of dies. So let's get started. Here are 4 of the new die sets that are part of our card collection dies. And the first one here is just our story card die, and it has a rounded rectangle plus some words, a parenthesis, quote marks, things like that. If you haven't seen the videos for that one, go check out our YouTube channel. The next one is called That Arrow, and it has some words and an extra arrow also. And then there's the home circle die, and last the banner die. So let me show you what I'm going to do with those. I've got a bunch of scraps that I've just pulled out and a cutting plate, and I'm just going to put a few of these on there and cut them out. So that arrowed frame is going down, and I'm just tearing it off and putting it onto the blue cardstock. And then I'm using a little bit of painter's tape to stick that down and to keep that in place when it goes through the machine. Now I'm also going to take a couple of the words that are from the That Arrow set and some from the home die set too, and just put those down on that blue scrap of paper, patterned paper. And there's a photo corner too. Now once I've got that all adhered down with that painter's tape, I'm going to go die cut it, and I'll be back in a minute. So now that I've cut out those pieces, I want to show you what I ended up with. And you can see I'm peeling back the painter's tape, and a little bit of the cardstock got marred with the painter's tape being too sticky, but I'll keep right on going here and show you the rest of them too. So here's the pattern paper, and you'll see that I've got some lovely words that came right out. There's that. There's the 2 pieces from the arrow. There's the home. And when I picked up that quote mark, I realized that it didn't come out easily, so I'm just using a little corsage pin and poking that out so that it'll pop right out. And there's the quote marks. And I'm just going to keep doing that with the other pieces here. So let me show you what you might do when you combine them. So here I have just a little pile of cards that I've cut out just using that story card die. Now you could use a rounded rectangle, use something like your corner chomper or whatever to make some rounded rectangle cards, or you can use that story card die. And then you can just start mixing and matching. So you can take a neutral background like this tan or this white background and start laying one of the arrow dies over the top of it. And you might stamp some journal lines or something in the background, or put a word over the top of it, like one of the seds or homes. Or here you can layer it on some pattern paper and use that instead. So you could make a journaling card, you could just make an element with some words in it. And here I think I'm going to put the word love on it. And that would make just a cute little element that could go on a pocket page or go on a greeting card. Now I've cut out some other pieces using the other 2 dies, the banner die and that home circle die. So let me show you what those look like. Here I've cut it out in green. And you can see that you get both pieces, both the positive piece and the negative piece. So you can use either one of those or both of those and rotate them or do whatever you want to make additional elements. So you might take that circle and you might put the word home on it, or you might stamp journaling lines on this one also to make an element either for a traditional layout or for your project life layout. Now let me show you some other things that our creative team members made using these same sorts of dies. So using that same home circle die, Terry Anderson made these cards. And you can see she used both the negative space and the positive space, and you can turn them over if you're using double-sided paper. And she used that negative space along with the heart die and the story card die to make that really cool card. So the story card die is used to make that background. The circle frame and then the heart are used to make the elements on top, and then she put the parenthesis from one of the other die sets together with it. And to make the second card, she really used that frame, that positive space, along with the scallop and the heart to make that second card. Now, this is an example of where I used the That Arrow die along with the word magic from one of the other die sets, and I will show you how I used both the positive and the negative space. So I used some of that corrugated paper and I cut it out and put the word magic on it to make the small 3x4 inch pocket. Now you can see that I also used the frame from that arrow die and I just wrapped it over and put it on a picture of my daughter and then used some glitter paper to add a little glittery arrow on top of all that. So you can use both the negative and the positive space from the frame. Now if you like making traditional layouts, this one is from Summer Fullerton, and she used the story card die to cut out all the pictures, and then she layered on top of it the banner die and stamped the word cutie on it to make that first element. And then down below she used the story card die to get that photo cut out, and then used the circle die to cut it out and then stamped the word smile on top of it. So those are just a few of the things that you can do when you mix and match the different dies in the card collection dies. Thanks for watching.